EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Here we go. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Agnew on 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But there you
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
19, 19. 55 there, 55 there.
Here's Agnew to throw on 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Agnew on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Get up.
Agnew now throwing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, quick slant to Hamler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's got room. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Ready?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
60 average. 60 average. 18, 5 in. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Now Agnew to throw. Off play action. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Warriors 70.
Now Agnew throwing on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, and even 60 yards. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there, with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
18 runners. Go street.
Here's Agnew looking to throw on second down. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
19 Tiger.
Agnew to throw on second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have moved out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ranger. Ridge. 79 Broncos.
Agnew now throwing to start the drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Michael O.J. Mudia
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll set up to throw.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Nothing, 19.
Now Agnew to throw on first down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
They'll run with Swift.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
65,
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that, street. Hurt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Agnew throwing again. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Williams.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 60 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Maurice Hurst. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Going deep here for Watkins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It got his man complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Check smash, check smash.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power. and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check smash, check smash. 79 Broncos. Count 19, count 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. 10, hurt, hurt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the gun, here's Swift. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Go, Reed, go. Mustang 19.
Here's Agnew throwing on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
65 catch. Hey.
He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Agnew from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Here's Swift. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Agnew now throwing to start the drive. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 50, trap 50. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Lions, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the